Hello everyone, Frag Guy here, and today I want to talk about two of the newest releases from Khadlaj. This is called Khadlaj Onyx, yeah, and this is called Khadlaj Mansion. So these two samples were gifted to me by the legend of our perfume community, and he's the biggest perfume influencer in our country. His name is Joy Amin. I think many of you follow him on YouTube and Facebook. So thank you to Joy Amin Bhai, and huge shout out to him for sending this to me. So let's get into the review. So in Khadlaj Onyx, this is actually a dupe of Blonde Amber, and Blonde Amber, there has been recently a lot of dupe of this perfume. If you already have like French Avenue Amber Empire or Latafa Art of Arabia 3, you don't need this. All right. So keep that in mind because this actually goes into the very similar territory. So at first, let's talk about the first opening spray. When you first spray Onyx, you will immediately get hit with a lot of spice. All right, little bit of spicy ginger, cardamom, or maybe some other spices too, garlic, clove. I don't know. There are a lot of spices, and with that spicy notes, you will get hit with some boozy nature. All right, there is some booziness in this fragrance, and when that booziness kind of settles down and that boozy nature kind of slows down its progression, you will immediately realize there is a dried fruit here. All right, I don't know exactly which dried fruit they use. It could be plum, it could be dates, it could be both of them, but that dried fruity nature gives it a little bit of depth. All right, so this depth actually makes this fragrance a lot nicer. I really like this fragrance because of that dried fruitiness, and there is a little bit of woodiness too. All right, so that woody nature that depends on like sandalwood, little bit. I don't know if there is cedarwood in here, but sandalwood you will detect. All right, it gets little bit powdery in the end, and there is little bit of amber, right? Because it is a clone of blonde amber. So amber and vanilla, that essence you will get here, but the performance is, I would say, is not quite as good as the French Avenue one, because it lasts for like I would say 5 to 6 hours. After that it kind of disappears. But the price, I think, around $30, and for the price you actually get a really good fragrance here. And the other one, Khadlaj Mansion, and this is a clone of Angel Share Paradise. So if you already own any of the Angel Share Paradise clones like French Avenue, Royal Blend, Sequoia, you kind of don't need this too. All right, but if you don't, here is the quick recap. When you first spray it, it opens up with lots of syrupy fruity sweetness, and that comes from raspberry. That syrupy fruity sweetness is really prominent here, and that kind of takes over the whole fragrance. And that there is a little bit of booziness from the cognac, but that boozy nature is not that prominent. All right, the sweet nature, that sweetness, that raspberry syrupiness, that is kind of the whole characteristics of this fragrance. Because since it does not get boozy, it also does not get super close to Angel Share, the original Angel Share, which is a prominent characteristics of the Royal Blend Sequoia. So here, it that trademark signature of cinnamon, vanilla, cookie, vanilla cake, that kind of smell, you will not get here, because I don't think it contains any cinnamon or that cinnamon cake type vibe. All right, so it gets little bit vanillic. I think it gets also a little bit, it has little bit of, how do I say, tonka bean, little bit goes in that powdery direction. It does not have any chocolatey flavor, but that syrupy fruitiness that stays throughout the journey of this fragrance, and it is not very loud. All right, it is not very loud, and it is like around 4.5 hour to 6 hour long fragrance. So this is also not a very, you know I would say, very beast mode or very long lasting fragrance, but for the price it does its job. and when you are going out at night, like go around at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., by the time you are home, you will still detect it. All right, it is kind of a night out fragrance. So not beast mode, but not exactly a bad performer, at least in my experience. So it also cost around $30. So there we go. These two fragrances, Khadlaj Onyx and Khadlaj Mansion. They both are really nice in their own way. So if you like them, if you like their original DNA, or if you liked any of the clones, I think if you don't have any of the alternatives, you can go for this. They are both really nice. I think you kind of have to take a hit in the performance department. That's all. Thank you.